In June, 70 years ago, just 3 months before the war ended, I was in Washington, D.C., en route to a group operating behind the lines in China. I was down at a service center, and soldiers and sailors and Marines could go in there and have free Coca-Colas. I saw these two girls in uniform. They were Marine girls walking by. There wasn't any seats for them, however, so we offered them our seats, so the two girls sat. I conned her into going to a movie with me, which was next door to this place. And then when I got there, I realized I didn't have any money. So I had to borrow $2 from her to take her to the movies. And I did it on condition that I said, I got some money, I want to take you to dinner tonight. She was a Marine stationed at Henderson Hall, which was located at the base of the National Cemetery. And a part of their duties was to patrol the area of the Tomb of the Unknown Soldiers. So I said, well, look, I can walk around there with you. We finally talked about getting engaged. Well, I said, no, I can't get engaged because God knows when I'm coming back. I don't know anything about that. So she kissed me goodbye. I got on an airplane at Anacostia Naval Air Station, and I flew to Calcutta, India. We got there, they told us to get off. There was 12 of us in our group. I said, why? And they said, we just dropped an atom bomb on a Japanese city, and we think we killed 100,000 Japanese people. And if they don't quit, next week we're going to drop another one. I said, you're crazy. The guy said, no, I'm not crazy. It's called an atom bomb. So the war ended. He flew us back to Washington, D.C. I called her on the phone. I said, hey, you want to get engaged? She said, well, you're in China or someplace. I said, no, I'm in Washington, D.C. Get some time off and come on in. I'll explain it to you. So she came into town. By that time, it was her birthday, and I did have some money. So I took her out to dinner, asked her to marry me. She said she would. We went to my hometown, which is Modesto, California, and this picture was taken when I was in uniform, and she was in her Marine uniform. And the next day, we were married in church with all the trimmings. So she passed away 14 years ago, but I promised her the next time I ever had a chance to come to Washington, D.C., I was going to take her there, and this is fulfilling my promise. Here I am in Washington, D.C., fulfilling my promise. It's in June. It's exactly 70 years ago, and they're honoring all veterans, and they're honoring, in this particular case, women veterans. And so I see her sitting with the other women veterans that are there, and I'm sure she's looking down and very pleased.